Hi everyone, welcome back to Salesforce Questnest, a place where you will discover, learn, and master your Salesforce skills. Uh, this is a day 6 of Salesforce Order Management series where I'm explaining one of the major feature that the Salesforce Order Management is providing. It is nothing but the distributed order management. Okay. So in this session, I'm going to explain about what is the distributed order management system and how to implement this DOM in the Salesforce order management system, and how to automate the order routings, how to split the shipments, and order routing with the omni-channel inventory, and also we will see how to track the routing attempts. So it's more or less mainly concentrating on the inventory related things. Okay, assigning the orders to the fulfillment location, and then tracking everything. Okay, so let me go back to the trial aid module then. Yeah, so before going to the trial aid module, as I told, this is a day 5 of the Salesforce order management series, where I have already uploaded 5 videos, which covers the OMS concepts from basics, nothing but what is OMS, order management basics, end-to-end order management, like order life cycle, and I have also explained about the order summary, change orders, and also in the yesterday session I have explained about the fulfillment process, and also how the payment is going to process, how the payment will be processing in the order management system, right? So I have explained all those. Please watch those recordings and come to the sixth one so that it will be easy for you to connect the dots. Okay, so there will be no confusions. So yeah, so without wasting a time, let me go to the trial aid modules. Okay, so this is a trial aid module where I have completed the 4 modules already in the previous sessions, and 2 more are left. Once these two will get complete, we are going to create one org, and we'll start the OMS setup, and we'll see the objects, flows, records, and features, functionalities, everything. Okay. Let me open this implement distributed order management trial aid module. Okay, so let me scroll down. So as I explained initially, by the end of this session, you will be able to understand what is the distributed order management is, and what are its benefits, and you will also know how to automate how the order routing will get done automatically in the order management system. Okay, so now first thing is, what is order management? Sorry, what is distributed order management? Distributed order management is nothing but, so now in the recent industries, right, it is not about just delivering the products to the customer. It is also about delivering nothing but providing a good service, nothing but delivering the items to the customer with a shop, with a minimal amount of shipping charge, with nothing but with a less amount of shipping charge, and fast delivery, right? So all those features will come into the picture to satisfy the customers, right? So to handle all of those, we can use the distributed order management system. Okay, so if I scroll down here, you can see some of the major features that the distributed order management uh, will do. What is distributed order management? So following are the benefits of the distributed order management. And the first one is optimize your network. What is optimize your network? Suppose consider you have a business. Okay. So you have a business in Chennai, and you are also having a stores in apart from Chennai, you are also having some stores in Mumbai, Pune, or Delhi, or Hyderabad, or Bangalore, right? So consider you are having a business with, and you are having a stores in multiple locations. So now, once the order come to OMS, how, on what basis you will assign the orders, or how, on what basis you will assign the products to the fulfillment location, or to from which location the order needs to get delivered, right? So to align this, or to handle this automatically, what we can do in the order management system itself, we can optimize our network. Nothing but we have a standard object called location group and locations, where we can create all the locations. Nothing but I have one location in Delhi, and second location in Mumbai, third location is in Pune, fourth location is in Chennai. Okay. So, and fifth one is in Bangalore. So now what I will do, I'll create all these 5 store records in my order management system, nothing but in my Salesforce, so that we can optimize the network. Nothing but we will have the complete order, complete store information or complete warehouse informations or fulfillment location information in our order management system. Okay. So that that is one of the feature. And what is second one? Second one is reducing the cost. How it will reduce the cost? Like for example, consider I'm from Bangalore. I'm one of the customer and I'm from Bangalore, and I went to your e-commerce website. You are owning the business. I went to your e-commerce website and I placed one order. Okay. So since you are having a locations in Chennai, Mumbai, Delhi, right? And you are also having a store in Bangalore. So now I'm placing an order from Bangalore. Okay. So of course, so now for me the nearest location is Bangalore location, right? So in this case, at any cost you need to assign this my at any cost you need to assign my order to the Bangalore store, so that you can reduce the shipping cost, right? If you assign this, if you assign my order from my shipping address is Bangalore, and if you assign this order to Delhi, right, it will be a long distance, and the shipping charge or handling cost will be more, and even the delivery time will be more, right? So what we can do by using this distributed order management system, we can reduce the cost by identifying the nearest locations from the customer shipping address. Okay, that is one of the best feature that this DOM will have. And third one is fulfill faster. So just now I have given an example. I'm an customer, and I have placed an order from Bangalore address, and you are having a location in Delhi, Mumbai, Pune, Bangalore, and Chennai. And in this case, if you are fulfilling or if you are delivering the product from Bangalore location itself, it will not take much time to deliver the item to me, right? To the customer. So in this case, what it will do, it will boost the customer experience or it will boost the customer satisfaction, right? If you assign my order to the Delhi location, it will take more time. Of course, the shipping cost will get more, and also the fulfillment will get delay. So the customer will get a bad impression. Nothing but the business will lose the customer, what we can say, customer impression, right? Customer will so that's why the distribution or distributed order management will help us to optimize our network, will reduce the shipping cost, and also it will fulfill the items faster, because it will identify the nearest locations to deliver the items soon or faster. And work smarter. Work smarters are nothing but we can seamlessly unify the digital and physical experience for the single source of truth across all the data and order records. So nothing but in order management only we can have the complete order related informations. Along with this, we can also have the location related informations. Nothing but we can also track which location is fulfilling more orders, which location is not fulfilling more orders, and from which location, for which location we are getting more orders. And yeah, so we can track all those informations, right? So that's why it will be the order management will be the single source of truth if we are using this distributed order management. Okay. So these are the main features of the distributed order management. So now we saw the benefits or the features. So now we will see how to implement this DOM in our Salesforce order management. DOM is nothing but the distributed order management. Okay. To implement this, there are two ways. Okay. So here, if you see in the document, they have mentioned there is a distributed order management flow package, right? So previously there was a package, there were nothing, but now we are having two ways. One, external package. One more is in internal itself, nothing but in the inside the org itself. The Salesforce is providing an omni-channel inventory feature, where after enabling that omni-channel inventory, we can able to implement this DOM inside the OMS without any external package. But still, we can go with external packages as well. Okay, there are one or two flows, nothing but there are some flows, but more or less almost 90, not 90%, 99%, the features, functionalities, flows, everything same. More or less, nothing but one or two flows are there is some minor changes, but we have both options. Either we can go with the omni-channel inventory in the org itself, or we can install the external packages as well to handle this DOM, to manage nothing but to get all these features. Okay, so let me scroll down, and yeah, so this is how we can implement the DOM. Nothing but either we can either we can install the external package, or we can enable the omni-channel inventory in the system itself. Okay, and also by doing this DOM, right, so here they haven't added this benefit. There is one more feature that DOM will provide, that is buy online and pick up in store. What is this meaning? So if you are if you have ordered any costliest products, right, like a jewelries or any other costly items, generally the as a customer, prefer to I'll not prefer to get deliver these products to my home. Generally what I'll do, I'll open the e-commerce website, I'll select the product, and I will pay. But while checkout, right, I'll select buy online, pick up in store, nothing but I am doing the payment in the e-commerce website, but I don't want this product to be get delivered to my address. Instead, I will go to the store and I'll collect. Okay, you're getting my point. Nothing but instead of getting the product directly to my home, what I'll do, I'll select buy online, pick up in store, so that I'll visit the store and I will collect the product from there. Okay, so that is also one of the feature that we can achieve using the DOM. Okay, let me scroll down. So now we see how to implement, right? How it will work actually, how it will route the orders automatically. So I told by using this distributed order management, we can reduce the cost, we can reduce the fulfillment, we can fulfill this order faster, we can work smarter, and we can achieve this buy online, pick up in store, right? So now we discussed about the features, but how it will work. So how it will work, that we will see it in now in the automated order routing. Okay, so consider you are a customer. Okay, you are placing an order, and so now as soon as you will place an order, it will come to my order management system. Consider you are the customer and I am the business. Okay, so now you have placed an order, and now that order come to my order management system, OMS. So now as soon as I got an order from the e-commerce website, now there are some flows that automatically it will start routing. Okay, so what is the first one? These are the uh, basic steps. Okay, so these are the steps that are there to achieve the automated order routing. First one is scheduled routing. So scheduled routing is nothing but there is a flow. What it will do, once the order is received from any system to order management system, in OMS, generally it will create an order and order summary and some other related records as well, right? So once the order and order summary get created, it will start the schedule, nothing but it will start the schedule, and then first thing is done. And what it will do next, it will start determining the routes. Nothing but consider you have ordered a phone from Bangalore location, and now it will check, nothing but it will determine the route, nothing but it will start the routing, and it will check the inventory in which location the inventory is available. Okay, so consider now I have three stores, one Bangalore, one Chennai, and one Mumbai. Okay, but in Mumbai the inventory is not available. Only in Chennai and Bangalore the inventory is available. So once it start determining the route, right, it will check in all three locations. So now since the Mumbai is not having an inventory, now it will reject that. It will remove that from the routing, and now it will consider one Bangalore, and one is Bangalore and one is Chennai. In these two, the inventory is available. And in the next step, execute routing. So while executing the routing, we will add some conditions. Like for example, based on the shortest distance between the customer shipping address and the store address, or we will also have based on the priority. Nothing but so consider first I'll explain this shortest distance. So shortest distance I already explained. Nothing but it will always identify the store which is nearer to the customer, so that we can so that the business can reduce the shipping cost, and also they can fulfill the items faster to gain the customer satisfaction. Okay. There is one more method, nothing but we can also route the orders we can also assign the orders based on the priority. Okay. Consider I have three different stores in three different locations. Again, I'll take Chennai, Mumbai, and Bangalore. Okay. In Mumbai, I have one main store. Consider like it's an headquarter, or I have one big store there, and two more stores, two small stores I have in Bangalore, one in Bangalore and one in Chennai. Okay. So what I want as a business, what I want, so since the Mumbai location is bigger, most of the products will be there in that location. So what I want, any orders, right? Whatever, if the customer places any order, it should always go to that first location. It should always go to the Mumbai location. If the inventory is not available there, then only it should come to the second location. If the inventory is not available in the second location, then only it should come to the third location. Nothing but we are setting the priorities between the locations. Okay. So the first one is between the shortest distance between the customer shipping address and the store address. Second one is the priority. Based on the priority, we will assign the products to the fulfillment location where the order will get delivered to the customer. Okay. So it will be, so now based on that condition, it will execute the routing, and once the execution is done, it will create a fulfillment order, and it will create an invoice as well. It will create an invoice and it will fulfill the reservation. Fulfill the reservation is nothing but once the item is received, right, it will be reserved, and once the item has been fulfilled, the reservation will be released. Okay. So this is the step of routing the orders. Let me scroll down. Okay. And yeah, there is one more feature called minimize the split shipments. What is minimize split shipments? What is shipments first of all? Shipments is nothing but consider you have ordered one laptop and one mobile. Okay. So consider you have ordered one laptop and one mobile. In this case, if the inventory is available in the both, if the inventory of mobile and the laptop are available in a single location, then it will create only one location. Okay. I think we have a diagram as well. Okay. So now here we have a diagram. We will understand that what is minimizing the split shipments. Okay. Let me scroll down. Let me zoom this little bit. Yeah. So here you can see, if you observe orders, shipment, question mark, again shipment with one, no, shipment with the two. So now to understand it better, consider now I have three items. I have ordered three items. One is laptop, one is mobile, and one is speaker. Okay. Now, as a customer, I have ordered these three products and it came to OMS. And in OMS, now the routing has been scheduled. Nothing but this first step. Which one? Routing has been scheduled. Now it is determining the routing. So, okay. How it will determine? Here on this condition, it will determine. So, first it will check all these three products. First, it will check are all these three products are available in single location or not. Location 1. Okay. Nothing but all these products, whatever I have ordered, are there in single location or not. If it is there, then it will create a single shipment. Okay. If it creates a single shipment, then all the items will be get delivered from the single location, nothing but a single store, so that the shipment charge will get reduced, right? Okay. And even we can able to deliver all the items to the customer at once. Okay. This is the one scenario. Here we are checking shipment is ship complete or not. Consider all three products are not available in a single location. Okay. Phone and speaker are available in one location, but the laptop is not there in that location. So in this case, what it will do, so now it will check, can be able to fulfill the order for ship the order from one location? No. So it will split the order. Okay. Again, it will check, can we able to deliver these three products from two shipment, or from two different addresses, or from two different stores. Nothing but if the laptop is available in one store and mobile and speaker is available in one store, so nothing but since the mobile and speaker is available in a single store, they can deliver both items with a single package and laptop separately. So in this case there will be two shipments. Nothing but since the laptop is available in separate location, mobile plus speaker is there in one location, what it will do, it will create a single shipment for these two products. Okay. Consider, in some cases, again, this phone plus speaker is also not there in the single location. Okay, nothing but here I have three products, but all three products are not there in single location, and even not even two products are there in single location. Then what it will do, again it will do a one more round of routing. Okay, again it will split the shipment, and it will check now how many. So again it will check now, since I have ordered three products, if the inventory is available, then what it will do, so now for laptop is available in location 1, mobile is available in location 2, and the speaker is available in location 3. Okay. So since all the products that I have ordered are not there in a single location, or not even there in the two locations, so now what it will do, it will create a shipment, nothing but it will create a fulfillment, three different fulfillment orders, and it will deliver the items to the customers. Okay. So consider now, what if I have all the products in a single fulfillment location? So of course we can reduce the shipping cost, right? If we compare to the second one, here the shipping cost got increased. So if the shipping charge, if the shipping is if the shipping charge is 100 rupees, nothing but if the business will spend 100 rupees to ship the order from the store to the customer, if it is single shipment he will spend only 100 rupees. If it is two split, then he need to spend 200 rupees. If that split get changed to 3, then he need to spend 300 rupees, because again from each store he need to send these items to the customer. So from this location 1 to the customer address 100 rupees, from this location 2 to the customer address again 100 rupees charge, and from this shipment then nothing but location 3 to the customer address 100 rupees. So approximately triple, right? If they were spending in 100 for single shipment, they will need to spend around 200 to 300 rupees for the split. Okay. And this plate will go on until it will find all the routes. Consider now I took an example of three products. What if I have four, and four are also not available in a single location, all are having different location? Again it will split to four, then 5, 6, 7, 8, it will go on. Okay. This is about the minimize split shipments. Okay. And let me scroll down. Then proximity based routing. Okay. Here you can see again, if you see this image, you can easily able to understand. This one also I have already explained. Delivering the items f- based on the shortest distance between the customer address and the fulfillment location address. Okay. just sometimes back, I gave an example that I have ordered one product from the Bangalore location, and the inventory is available in Bangalore, Chennai, Mumbai, and Delhi. So now, if now this order should get assigned to the Bangalore location, because that is near to my Delhi, that is near to the customer shipping address, right? That also we can handle using the distributed order management, and this feature we will call it as proximity based routing. Nothing but routing the orders based on the shortest distance between the customer address, nothing but shortest distance between the customer shipping address and the fulfillment address, nothing but the store address. Okay, this is also one of the feature. And if I scroll down, order routing with the order management. Okay, so as I told, it is more or less same, nothing but the distributed order management, nothing but external package. This eh, autumn, where is that? Yeah, so sample distributed order management flow package, this one, order routing with omni-channel inventory. Both will give more or less same flows, same features, but more or less it will be same. Only some of the fields and the flows will be different, but ultimately the feature and functionalities, everything will be same. Okay, so here we are having some of the core flow actions. Nothing but these are the flows that we will get if we enable the omni-channel inventory. Okay, so nothing but get inventory availability, nothing but we can use this flow to check the inventory availability, and transfer a reservation we can use to transfer the reservation from one location to another location, and we can use a fulfiller reservation flow to release the reservation once the item has been, sorry, the fulfill a flow reservation. This flow we will use to fulfill one or more inventory reservations at a location and update the inventory availability, and release a reservation if we want to release the reservation from any location. This flow we can use. Okay, this release reservation flow and update reservation is also same. Okay, and all these flows we will see it in detail. For each and every flows, I'll open in the Salesforce, and I'll explain each and every actions, entry conditions, everything. Okay, so let me go down and track order routing attempts. So I told, as soon as we will get an order from order to the OMS, it will start the routing, right? So now sometimes what if the inventory is not available, right? I have ordered one product, and the inventory was not available, or because of some reasons it didn't route the order, or it didn't create the fulfillment order, or it couldn't able to identify any fulfillment location to assign this order. So in this case, how can we track, like how many times it attempts to create this fulfillment order, or how many times it tried to route this order right to the locations? That also we can track in the order management system. We can able to track, uh, if I scroll down here, you can see routing attempts field. So we have a field where we can check how many times the routing has been attempted and how many times the routing get failed. Okay, and also we can able to see the order summary routing schedule. Nothing but here we can, this is an object where it will create a record with these, and it will have these three statuses: scheduled, completed, and abandoned. Scheduled nothing but as soon as the routing gets scheduled, it will create and record with the scheduled status. And once the routing is completed, nothing but it identified the location or a store, and it assigned this product to the particular store, then it will change the status to completed. In case of any failure, right, it will keep the status as abundant, so that any service agent can recheck, or we can also handle the retry mechanisms to reattempt of routing the order. Okay, so this is about the distributed order management. I hope you already I think when you are placing an order, right? So these all the things that will happen in the business. Nothing but once you place an order, it will identify the shortest location, and it will identify from where we need to fulfill, right? So that you will get the items soon, and also the business will reduce their shipping cost. By doing all of this, the business will also grow, and also they will and also the business will gain the customer satisfaction, right? So that is the use of distributed order management. And yeah, so this is what I planned for this session. Let me go to, I hope this session, I hope now all these concepts are clear with respect to distributed order management. Let me scroll down. We'll see the quiz. We'll see the questions. What is this first one? What is the primary purpose of distributed order management in Salesforce order management? Okay. So we'll see the options. To handle the customer service inquiries and complaints. No. To handle the customer service inquiries and complaints, there will be a service agent, and it will not come under the distributed order management. Okay. And the second one is to optimize the fulfillment workflows so that the orders are delivered on time at the lowest cost for all the locations, right? I feel this is the right answer because the main purpose of distributed order management is to optimize the fulfillment workflow and deliver the product on time with the lowest cost. Okay, I'll select this, but still we will also see the other two options as well. What are other two options? To create the promotional campaign for the products, no. And to expedite the customer service request, no. So now this is the option for the first one, and let me go to the second one. What is the primary function of find the routes with fewest splits action in the Salesforce order management? What is this find routes with fewest split? I showed this image, right? This first one. This is the one, nothing but identifying the, what is that question is, finding the routes with the fewest split. So what is the primary function of it? First one is to determine the shortest delivery route of an order. No, this will come under the proximity. This one, where it is, it will come under this proximity based routing. Okay, nothing but shortest route, shortest delivery route. To calculate the total cost of shipping on an order. No, this is not the answer. And to manage the employee schedule. No, it is not at all linked with the question. And last one is to prioritize the fulfilling order from the location that can fulfill an order with the least number of split. That is what we saw right here. With the least number of splits, uh, it will try to always create a least shipments so that we can reduce the shipping cost, and also we can deliver the item faster. Okay, that is what the answer is. To prioritize the fulfilling order from the location that can fulfill an order with the least number of order splits. Right? Let me check the answers. Yes, the answers are correct. And let me go back to the PPT. Yeah. So this is what I planned in this session, and I hope this session was useful. And now you will be able to understand, or now you will be able to explain what is DOM and how to implement in OMS, and what are the order routings, automated order routings, and how to minimize the split shipment, how to route the orders based on the shortest distance, and how to track the order routings and all, right? So yeah, that's what I planned in this session, and I hope this session was useful for you. And for more related contents, please don't forget to like, share, and comment, and also subscribe so that you'll never miss the next video. And yeah, thanks for watching. Stay tuned. I'll be back with the next video. Okay. And if you are having any questions, or if you need any support, right, please reach out to me at salesforcequestnest @gmail.com. And until tomorrow, please go through the previous sessions, and let me know if there are any questions in the comment so that I'll answer and I'll clear your doubts. Okay. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you.